Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Heart of the Equation. Actually, the last episode of 2025 with Anisa, Pragati, and I. And in this episode, we're going to wrap up everything we learned in 2025, our biggest takeaway, a bit of a wrap up of what we did on the podcast, and also what we're going to do next year in 2026. So, ladies, let's start.
Yeah, so excited that we are doing this, and maybe tell our listeners about the fact that it's end of the year, November. It's the hardest time to get together.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just talking about this, that it was so much easier when the year had begun, and we were so, pepped up about the podcast, and we were recording one episode after the other, sometimes even two in a week. And then, life it's been a year which is made up of like 10 years.
Yeah.
Just think there's so much that's happened. And honestly, I can't wait now for the holidays to come. That's how I'm feeling right now in November. Anisa, how are you feeling?
That's so unbelievable, when you think that we have just started this podcast in January.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like that it was yesterday that we were talking to just start this podcast. And now it's November and we have recorded around 20 episodes.
More than 20.
More than 20. So time has flown really. And yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you, Pragati. This year was quite like some years, basically. Couple of
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
We became old this year.
Wiser.
Wiser this year.
Yes. Yes. Actually, all of us this year, you changed jobs. I introduced a new niche. I changed my business a lot. We had
Yeah.
a lot of massive changes in our lives this year. It was like so much was happening. So yeah, it
That you
seems
as
like,
well.
yes, all of us, we had like,
Totally different
Yeah,
sector,
absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. And I was, of course, this is going to be like one of the biggest things that I have done, because I did not just change my job. I completely switched lanes from the corporate world, which was like 2 decades at least of my career, if not more, into now stepping into academia, into public sector. So it's been it's been an important year of my life. I don't think I'm going to forget 2025, because I completely changed what I was doing for the last 20 years.
How are
yeah,
you feeling? That's a big change.
I'm feeling very good. I was a little bit nervous. I don't know if I spoke about this in the podcast or not, but I was feeling a little bit nervous in August, especially when I had just joined. And I'm sure every time you join a new job, you really question yourself. Did you make the right decision? Especially when it's your first few weeks. And everybody feels very awkward. And even if I had made this switch from a consulting industry to another player in the consulting industry, I'm sure I would have questioned it. But here I questioned it much more, because all of a sudden, I did not have a full outlook. I did not have a calendar full of meetings. And after years, I had so much, quality time where I could put it into all the teaching that I was going to do and how I'm going to craft my new career. So it was a welcome change, but it was a little bit scary in the beginning. But yeah, right now I feel really good, because I was aiming for, a very purposeful change in my career, and that's what I've been feeling for the last couple of months now.
That's so beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you said as well you have changed your niche. So
Yeah,
what
we
is
changed my
happening there?
business. I would say
Mm.
it's, niche is probably not the, yeah. What's changed with me was that I have been business coaching, like helping people grow businesses for most of my self-employment time. And this was something I did because it made sense on paper. Not that I also liked it, but I was doing it on rinse and repeat. And this year, I think it was in March, April, I did a webinar I've been doing many, many times. I have lost count. I used to do this webinar for coaches and consultants, how to get your first clients. And then usually I do that webinar. I have a program on the back of it. And that webinar, I just wasn't motivated to do it. I did it. I had clients in, I had the program, but all the way I was thinking, I'm not enjoying this. I'm tired of this. And in business, everybody, all my mentors have told me when something works, you should not do this. This works. You should continue doing this. It's like, I don't care. I need to enjoy this. I'm too old to suffer like that. And I had other clients. I was enjoying working with, and they were like leadership coaching clients. And this was a new area to market for me. And also when you reinvent yourself, I mean, Pragati, you did it. It's confusing for others to understand what you do. Marketing would get slower. So that was a big change for me. But this is something after I did my ICF exam this year, I became a professional certified coach, which was also kind of a tiny milestone, I would say. I thought like I can take this as a signal to also do something I enjoy more. So that was the big change for me, going from business coaching with entrepreneurs to leadership coaching to corporate people and working with a topic that used to be very triggering for me many years ago. Now I've healed from those topics enough to coach people around it. So for me, that was a big
Mm.
milestone. I wasn't ready to coach around these topics, let's say 2 years ago.
That is the
Amazing.
best, right? That
Yeah.
you have been through, so you will bring it
And
to the
sometimes I think
people.
it's very interesting what you said. Sometimes it's important to not let the outside voice interfere with intentional thinking, because this is what you felt, right? This
Yeah.
is very intention based of why you decided to change. You decided to change your path. And
Yeah.
this means so much, right? I'm sure that you feel very happy about.
Yeah, now I feel more at home, let's say,
Yeah.
with what I do. I enjoy it. This is something I've done every 4 years in my career. Some people call it career ADHD, but it has kind of, I think every time I built the next career on the back of the previous one. So somehow it worked for me. But it's very hard when you make that decision to do something very different,
Yeah.
because you're letting go of something very safe that works, and you start something that, who knows, maybe it does not work.
Mm.
So that was, yeah, but I did it. I'm very happy I did it. I've been enjoying doing this, and I look forward to all the new opportunities. I'm also being challenged by that, I must say. Sometimes it is tough for me. In some situations I'm like, what should I do? But yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah.
That's so
Anisa, now to
amazing.
you.
That's so
Now to you,
amazing.
Anisa.
This year
Yeah.
was also quite, I don't know, I'm very optimistic, you know that. And from other side, I don't like the being toxic and optimistic. So I would say it was a year of loads of learning and loads of challenges. And I think if I have to wrap it up, like in 2, 3 words, is like never really lose your trust. Lose the trust in yourself,
In yourself.
do not give up, and don't listen to people, what they think and they tell you, because they tell what they have experienced according
Yeah.
to their, let's say, capacities, and their capacities is not your capacities. So really never listen to people. I have changed 3 jobs this year. I have went through many interviews. I don't know if I have a record or not, maybe 50. Talk to so many top pharmas this year, really, from a small to the biggest one. And I'm quite proud to have got also that interviews, right?
Yeah.
Some of them was yes, some of them were no. And the lesson for me really to be there, to present for yourself every single day, and just do a check with yourself. What are your values if you're looking for a job? Do not think that you're gonna, okay, just gonna get a job and fit into that. You're not gonna fit if it is not a good fit, right? If you're a dynamic person, never a static job is gonna be good fit for you, right?
Yeah.
So just search what you want and just respect your values. So you have been with me, Pragati and Sara, this year through all what has happened.
Yeah.
And
We
that
know,
is
we
all
know.
interesting.
We know
Yeah.
when you talk about all of this because we were right there.
So the behind the
Yes,
scenes, yeah. Yeah.
We
But
were right
also,
there. And sometimes the universe has a way. Sometimes when we are very,
mm,
very disappointed, say with an interview that, everything went well. And at the end of it, for some reason, that job doesn't work out, or that opportunity doesn't work out, or that in your case, maybe a client doesn't work out.
right.
But I think it's someone protecting us.
There is a reason.
I really,
Mm,
really believe that there's someone protecting us. And in hindsight, we are always able to see that perspective. Oh, thank God that didn't happen, because I would have not been happy with it, or it would have just not aligned with my values.
Yeah.
So true. So true. And something better is waiting for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. This is actually something I think early this year I also had a moment of like I'm so tired of everything, because running a business, it is actually challenging. Running a business, not like a fun thing to do. And I own this, and sometimes it becomes too much for me. And I thought like there was an opportunity for me to go to a corporate job. It was very similar to to the job that I had left, and I got very close to it. Every minute I was getting closer, I was like, I don't like this. And it would not allow me to use a lot of things I like. So I could also see that if you just trust yourself and stay connected to your values, it will stop you from making decisions that are good short term, but not so good for you in the long term. And it's hard because you will be challenged in those situations.
It's not easy to say no
Yeah.
sometimes.
I was very close, especially that most of like my network are really, corporate people.
Yeah.
And still running your own business is like kind of a, I don't know, exotic thing, not as serious. And yeah, so I will be always, my network is biased to corporate jobs, I would say. So if I ask for any advice from my friends, it was always like that, but because they also see me like suffering here. But yeah, sometimes you have to not listen to advice.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and these are some, I think, wonderful takeaways, right? I mean, we lived through it, so we know it, but also for people listening to us today, maybe it's sometimes, if in this year you felt that you really wanted something and it did not happen, maybe it was universe's way of protecting you. Maybe you said no to something and today you are regretting it, but it was, something in you did not allow you to say that yes.
Yeah.
It was your gut feeling, it was your intention, it was the purpose that you have been put on this planet for. A little bit deep, but yeah, sometimes we just don't know
And that
Yeah.
never
what the big picture.
lies. That's what you said. Never lies really, the gut feeling. Sometimes I had that gut feeling and then I said, no, come on, Anisa, let's start collaboration for this person. That is okay. And then it was a disaster. So if I would just listen to that gut feeling, that it was just popping out from the very beginning, even talking to someone, right? It wouldn't
Yeah.
happen. So now I really prioritize, even if I feel it a little bit, I was like, no, that's okay. I'm listening to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This is something also comes with age. But I think this year, all three of us, we have reinvented ourselves in so many ways.
Yeah.
We have grown up.
Mm.
It was like a lot of old chapters were closed, new chapters were open, and we were going through these transitions. Yes, we are always doing that. I know that, we are always growing, but I think this year was very pivotal for all three of us, stopping doing things we knew very well, starting new stuff. A lot of identity sort of changes. Also, that was a very interesting year in that.
Yeah,
That
for
was
sure.
drastic. As you mentioned, it is happening always, but I think this year was drastic for like three of us and maybe many other people that we got to
Yeah.
I'm sure.
know, right?
I'm sure.
Our
I'm sure.
connection as well. It was a
Yeah.
quite
But hey, Anisa, on a
interesting
lighter note,
year.
you got the dogs this year.
Oh yeah, you see that is
Dogs.
also
Uri
a
and Nala came in this
big
year.
change. That is a big
Yeah.
change that
It's like
if
having
I
babies,
wouldn't
really.
have that gap of job, right? I've never would thinking of just taking a dog. So that is another blessing that I'm just feeling, right? Something happens to then bring something new and something that is really purposeful into your life. And it is lots of learning also with dogs, right?
Yes.
It's unconditional, just loves and forgiveness and then even forgetting. So that is
Yes.
just amazing.
And
Yeah.
caring for someone more than you, it's a beautiful feeling.
Yes.
It's not so easy, but when it comes, you're just full of, there's so much emotion in you when you're joyous and happy. And it's like, yeah, being a pet parent is not an easy task, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Now
that
that you
is
have two
learning.
dogs. Yeah.
That brings also some resilience, right? That I
Yeah.
connect that to
Totally.
resilience.
Yeah,
Totally.
dealing with the chaos and being another unpredictable creature who speaks a very different language. I think that's
Yeah.
I find animals really good teachers to remind us that we are also creatures and we rely too much on our mind. But animals are more intuitive and they keep you grounded. So yeah, it's really cool.
Shall we talk a little bit about the episodes that touched you
Yes.
guys?
Yeah. So yeah, this we had some very interesting guest episodes, and of course we did some ourselves. So what were your learnings from the guest episodes? The ones that's kind of all of them were amazing, but what stayed with you most?
For me, my favorite one was with Manish, who
Yeah.
was Anisa's ex-boss in
Yeah.
one organization. But for me, I related the most with Manish. It was my favorite episode, honestly, because, I am very much a leader like he is.
Yeah.
Uh, because I mean, I think I've been very honest about this. At Accenture, I had a very different kind of boss. And I was a very different kind of leader myself. And there were 200 people that used to report to me in my previous job. And I'll never let the part of being an empathetic leader, trying to always understand, trying to always put myself on the other side. And when Manish was speaking, I could so see myself in
Yeah.
everything he said. And it was like it was like a stamp of approval for me when he was talking the way he was, because even with all of these things, he was so successful
Yeah.
uh, in whatever he's doing now and whatever he did before. And he left such a great impression on people that worked for him, and they wanted to always work for him. And this is what kind of is always grounding, and it teaches you that kindness and empathy, there is no there is nothing that should replace those qualities in a person.
Exactly. My impression was the same, and that is one of our most downloaded episodes. I think
Yeah.
it's he kind of gave everyone the permission that you can work in a very very strict environments and you can be kind.
Yeah.
This sounds obvious, but actually it's not. And I also keep talking about this episode to my husband, to like clients sometimes that who are working in a very challenging industries, like very regulated, masculine and harsh at times. That kindness, even the people make fun of it, but he showed it's possible because he's also from pharma background. Is not joke what he does, you know.
Yeah, such a regulated industry with
Yeah.
such strict timelines and adherences that you guys have. So hats off to, how he led with the heart. That's called really leading with the heart, the way he did.
Yes, exactly. It was good to see a real person talking about it and not a coach and a guru who just promotes these things. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, I'm a coach myself, but a lot of coaches don't have a real life experience of this. And sometimes they get too much into the preaching state and you don't know, should I believe this or not? But he's actually doing it.
Mm. I can
What
just
were some
confirm.
others?
I can just confirm both of you. That he was my favorite episode as well, and I lived actually what he was talking about, right?
Yeah.
And I think what was making a real difference for me as leader, that low psychological safety. That
Yeah.
many are just talking, but it's not really applied. So just creating that safety allow each person to grow, right?
Yes, yes. And even there was a challenge I was going through. I asked him about it, that when you deal with an underperforming person, because this is a topic that comes up. A lot of people I work with, they've been struggling with that. And he had a very good answer. So anyone who's listening, go listen to that episode.
Yeah.
Like what to do with an underperforming person. For me, actually, there was also another episode I really loved, and that was the one with Imbal Orbach.
I was just gonna say
Yeah,
that.
because
Oh
Me
that
my
too.
God.
Me
I was
too.
just gonna
Yes.
say that.
a masterclass in, like, it was also super relevant to my topic, transitioning from operational roles to leadership roles. What do you need to do to transition into a leadership role? And she kind of described these steps in a very clear way. And I like that someone is actually talking about it, because there are a lot of people who talk about this topic, but in a very sort of fluffy conceptual way. And you don't really know,
Yeah.
okay, what should I do next? But she was very clear about it.
She said, I want that my employees come and say, I want your job.
Yeah, that was so
That is
cool.
She was
authenticity, right?
amazing.
Yeah.
She was amazing. I mean, I remember I was in India and I joined the conversation because I was not able to attend the previous one that we were recording that day. And I'm so happy that I did it because, yeah, there was some words of gold in that conversation, like the one you said, Anisa, right now, that, she
Yes.
wants her team to actually look up to her and look up to becoming something as big as it can get. So she has that ambition for her teams. I also really loved all the conversations just the three of us had in our first season, the first 10 episodes. I mean, yeah, of course, we loved all our guests. They were amazing and they were so gracious when they shared so openly. Also, the one where we spoke about the job market, I remember, and
Yeah.
how do you, kind of survive. And I think delegation, the art of delegation, Sara, you.
Yes, we're talking about the middle managers. I think, yeah, that,
Yeah.
that one was something people really liked. There was also another one we did about leading without authority or title. That one was
Yes.
also something people liked a lot because these were conversations that gave a lot of people permission. Also, we had a guest episode with Diana Lagrante.
Diana.
She was
Oh, yeah.
leading without permission. Like, you don't need permission from others to do what you really want to do. Of course, as long as it's within the rules. But yeah, so these topics were very interesting also to our listeners.
What
Amazing.
about the plans for next year? The next year is behind the door.
Yes, yo.
What
So we
are
have
we gonna
something.
do? Do we
Yeah, we have
continue the
something.
podcast as well? Or something extra podcast? What is the plan?
Yeah, so we've been just talking about it. Actually, there is something we will kick off next year with an event for anybody who wants to set the intention to upgrade or up level their career in 2026. So we just discussed the date. Shall I say the date?
Please go ahead.
Go,
Yeah.
go for
Yeah,
it.
so the date is actually very, very nice date. It's 26th of January on 2026. So it's a very special kind of day. And we will do an online event. We will share more about it later. But the event is about setting the intention for upgrading your career in 2026. We will stick to the same audience we have for the podcast, I believe. It's just the professionals in science, tech, engineering, mathematics, like exactly the same topics we cover here. So you will have a more customized kind of workshop, exactly like aligned with your needs and desires, hopefully.
The workshop is online, recorded, so you can attend from the home without moving in this cold
In
weather.
this cold weather. Yeah.
Yes.
I know. January workshops are great at home with
Yes,
a cup of
exactly.
Absolutely.
coffee or tea and yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly. And also every year we kind of did some, I mean, as a coach, I always sometimes with Anisa, we did something in the beginning of the year. Pragati, you also always joined, and it's something that sets the intention for the year. Because I think if you don't do it in January, then we will kind of, the year will pass without, you don't even notice and you're busy, but the year could come to an end without any real plan. But with those workshops, it helps us to set like intentions for ourselves. And it's not like a normal goal setting vision board kind of workshop. It's really, we get really sort of specific about like what is really practically helpful for people who are experienced, people who have a lot of credentials and a lot of knowledge. And sometimes they get stuck with moving forward. So we make it useful, and yeah, it's going to be very exciting. I'm looking forward to that, and looking forward to even sharing the information about it later.
Yeah,
How can
absolutely.
they get the link? Apologies. How can they get the link if they're
Well,
interested?
we
If
will
someone is
share
listening to
all of
it.
the links everywhere on social media and also under the podcast when it's published. But we'll make sure that we will share all the information. It's only one link, so we'll put it everywhere.
They
If
can
you
also
follow
PM
us,
us, right? If they
yeah,
hear that, they can
Does it,
just write any
send
of
us a
us
PM and
and then we come with the link.
we can come to you, or keep following us and you will find all the information.
yeah, exactly. It's either on Instagram, on LinkedIn, or if you watch it on YouTube, that it's very easy to find us. Just Google our names in the name of the
Exactly.
podcast. Yeah.
Exactly.
So this is
And one of the things that I want to add is that this is not at all like a resolution exercise. And, people have completely given up on resolutions.
oh
And so
yeah.
we are just like you. We have also given up on resolutions. We don't do it either. But I have, and what was very interesting, what you said, Sarah, was it's extremely important to start the year with an intention. It could be an intention, it could be multiple. But when it kind of stays in your subconscious.
Yeah.
when you do that exercise. So you might feel like, oh, I'm going to forget all of this in the next couple of weeks and then go about with my life, which is what happens. Life happens. Things get really, really hectic by the time it's end of February, March, beginning. Everybody has forgotten about the resolutions that they took or the gym memberships that they bought. But the intentions kind of stay with you.
Yeah.
There are certain things that if visually you see them, or you did an exercise like this and then hey, this is something that I really want for myself this year.
Yeah.
So I can really, really highly advise, come for this, because this is not your usual vision boarding or resolution
Yeah.
setting exercise.
Exactly. This is for the grown-ups. And when we know there is so much content out there, and in January, December, you will be seeing like so many invitation to all kinds of vision board events or resolution or all goal setting events, planning events, all of that. Or maybe even you buy a new luxury planner, those nice ones, that it's not going to change anything. We will do it in a way that you actually in an hour, you know exactly what you're going to do and you stick to it and you set your priorities, all of that.
It goes into your system, which is the
Exactly.
most beautiful thing, that it actually
Exactly.
goes into your system
Yeah.
and somehow is like your guiding star during the year, at
Yeah.
least during the first couple of months, which really, really helps you then drive towards it. So I really believe that intentions matter much more than the fancy planners and the putting that I mean, it's a great crafting activity, vision
Yeah.
boarding.
It's fun.
It's fun. Like, I would love to do it with Anisa because we live in Basel together sometime. We always keep thinking that we have to like paint together or
Mm,
do
That
this
will
thing.
come. We
Yeah.
have an exhibition actually coming.
Oh,
yes.
yes. Anisa, tell them.
So if you're in Basel or close to Basel, we have a big art market with 26 artists coming all from all over the world, from Paris, from Germany, from Italy, from
So
Iran,
cool.
from
Yeah.
Thailand. And I have organized that with a partner of me, and the daughter of Pragati is also participating as
Oh,
an
nice.
artist. And she is the youngest artist.
Oh,
Come and visit us, just PM us, we will send you the address.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is so cool. Anissa is multi-passionate. I don't know how you do all of these very
Anisa
different
is
things.
so
We
talented.
teach
Like,
them in the intention setting how they do
Yeah.
multiple
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all three of us do multiple things, but Anisa has
Exactly.
done so many amazing things
She's
this year.
unbelievable.
We are
Yeah.
all
This is
multi-passionate.
what, second or third exhibition of the year, this one,
That is
and also the
the
book that came out.
7. That's the 7th one. And last
Oh
one.
my God.
Yeah, she's a professional. She does it like she do everything to such high standards. So it's really cool. The art you do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's I hope I can join too if I can find the
Yes,
time to
please.
travel to Basel. Yeah, it's just so cool. I don't want to miss it.
Would be lovely, yes, for sure. And we also did 2 events this year for job seekers,
Yes.
the two of us together.
That
And this
was
is the thing
amazing,
about it.
right?
It was
Yeah.
seamless. It went
Especially
so
the
well.
feedback.
Yeah. So
And we
Yeah.
had
it's
Sara
also,
as
we
a
have a lot of
speaker,
gratitude.
as
Yeah.
a speaker of the last event, and
Yeah,
lots of many
thankfully
exciting things coming.
we did the heart of the equation in like a live version of it
Yeah.
in our last
That's so
event.
true. That's so true. And we have
So
finally a
cool.
photo together, 3 of us.
Yeah, that would be so good to actually do it again. And that event you did was brilliant, and people were so excited. You did such a great job bringing all those people in that beautiful location in Orangery, Basel. It was just
It
everything
was
was
amazing.
perfect.
Yeah.
I was so happy to be there and meet the panel, meet everyone. I was so grateful to be there.
No, we are so blessed, really. We had
Yeah.
the
We are
best
very
part.
grateful.
The best participants, the best speakers, the best friends, the best,
Best partners and a sponsor, our
yeah.
cookers.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, so look forward to more of that next year.
For
And
sure.
it's
For
been
sure.
such a this episode is I think is probably the last one we will do for this year. So we allow it to be a little bit longer as well. And yeah, we are so lucky to be able to do this. It's a privilege. And I'm so grateful for both of you to do this, to make the time in your busy schedules. I feel so lucky to be here. So thank you for 2025 and looking forward to 2026. Also, thank you to everyone who's listening to us.
Yeah, absolutely. Touch wood. I mean, like we do it in in your culture and in mine, we always say touch wood and we say nazar
Yes,
and all of these things. It's been like, we don't show this friendship off, but we've really been there for each other through this
yeah.
year.
Yes, yeah, it's like something everyone it's the biggest blessing
That
that
is a
you need
blessing.
friends who understand what you go through on
Yeah,
so many levels, and I'm so grateful. And also being able to do this work with you, I think that's
absolutely. I'm glad we finally did a
yes,
project where the three of us are so
Yes.
passionately involved.
And
yeah,
it's constant, we have done it now and then. Hopefully it's coming the next episodes next year.
Yeah, we
yeah,
were already discussing we are going to get some fabulous guests who are, really doing amazing work in their own right and great leaders, people to look up to. We are very, very picky of our guests. If you
yes,
guys didn't know that, we get so many people who reach out to us with proposals to become speakers. But our selection process is really, really, we are very precise. We really talk to people before we get them on our podcast so
yes,
that you
exactly.
only hear quality conversations.
So
Yeah,
stay
I
tuned
agree.
and stay with us. Can we say happy holidays as well?
Yeah, we can say
Happy
that.
holiday season? Okay. So
Yeah,
happy
while we are still
holidays.
working for 3 more weeks, at least 3 or 4 more weeks. But yes, we want to wish you the happy holidays, like have a great time with your families, recharge, rest. We are big believers in
Resting.
really resting and switching off social media for some time.
Absolutely.
Yes, I think we will all kind of do that at some
Yeah,
point
We do
this
that.
year.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go on. I mean, you will see content as planned from my account on social media, but I will go on my detox
Yeah.
from mid-December to the first, second week of January. I won't be
similar.
around online, but yeah, we want everyone to rest, but we also really want to see you again in 2026, hopefully in the workshop, and if not, on the podcast.
Yes.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
everything, for audience and for both of you.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone,
you.
and
Bye
have a good
bye.
Bye
holidays.
bye.
Thanks for listening to The Heart of the Equation. If this episode sparked something for you, we'd love to hear about it.
Be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and connect with us on LinkedIn and Instagram to continue the conversation.
And if you know someone who is navigating their next career step, share this episode with them. It could be exactly what they need.
We see you next time as we explore more about leading with purpose, resilience, and authenticity.
Let's keep growing together.